Greetings, and thank you for taking time to watch this short video. Unless you stumbled on us by chance, you're watching this because you've been elected to the 130th Maine Legislature, and let me be one of the first to congratulate you on your election success and thank you for your public service. Hi, my name is Brian Parke. I am the President and CEO of the Maine Motor Transport Association based on the Whitten Road in Augusta. I am one half of the advocacy team here at the MMTA, and you'll hear from our Vice President Tim Doyle in just a moment. But we wanted to take this opportunity to introduce you to trucking in the state of Maine and offer you our assistance in the upcoming session as you work on public policy that's important to Mainers. Normally, we would prefer to meet you all face-to-face at the numerous fundraisers throughout the summer and fall, but due to COVID and out of respect for social distancing and CDC recommendations, we thought a short introductory video might serve the same purpose. So in the United States, trucking moves more than 11 billion tons of freight, which accounts for 71.4% of all domestic freight tonnage. As an economic engine, our industry is proud to have generated just shy of $800 billion in annual revenue, moving 84% of all trade between the U.S. and Mexico and 67% of all trade with our Canadian neighbors to the north. And nationally, roughly 7.7 million people are employed in jobs related to trucking activity, including 3.5 million professional truck drivers. In Maine, we have 32,180 trucking industry jobs, which accounts for 1 out of every 16 jobs in the state. Our industry prides itself on being primarily small, locally owned businesses, totaling more than 5,000 trucking companies. Another source of pride is that our members deliver. 84.4% of Maine communities depend exclusively on trucks to move their goods, and 92% of total manufactured tonnage is transported by truck. And finally, in Maine, total trucking industry wages exceeds $1.5 billion, and the average annual trucking industry salary is north of $45,000. So with all of that in mind, we know you'll be making decisions about public policies that will impact Mainers, including the trucking industry. As background, the trucking industry in Maine paid approximately $164 million in federal and state roadway taxes. Our industry paid 36% of all taxes owed by Maine motorists, while only representing 10% of all vehicle miles traveled in the state. Here to talk a little bit more about the industry is MMTA's Vice President, Tim Doyle.
Hello, I'm Tim Doyle, and with Brian, I'm also a registered lobbyist for the MMTA. While I'm not at the legislature, my responsibilities here at the association include assisting members with compliance, developing and implementing educational training programs, as well as managing various business services that help our members run their business safely. Which is to say that while the MMTA is well known as the state's trade association for trucking, we are first and foremost a safety organization. Everything we do starts and ends with highway safety, and it's that focus that has grown our membership numbers to nearly 1,600 member companies. They range from small one-owner outfits to large multinational operations. Our mission statement states that our goal is to foster and promote the trucking industry, and we do that through the services that we offer, as well as through strong highway safety partnerships with the Maine State Police, the Bureau of Motor Vehicles, and the Federal Motor Carrier Safety Administration. We all work together well because we have the same shared goal of highway safety. And speaking of working together well with others, you might also see our name associated with other business groups on issues that are broader than just trucking. We periodically work together closely with its sister associations to form coalitions through groups like the Maine Business Association Roundtable and the Maine Jobs Council. For my MMTA lobbying role, you will see me mainly at the Transportation Committee. We advocate there for policy that impacts highway safety and the safety of our employees. In the last legislative session, we worked hard on the Blue Ribbon Commission because it's important to trucking and important to Maine. The association has long supported a fuel tax increase as a mechanism to bring more funding to the state's highways. We advocate for that because we recognize that the state's highways are the workplace for our members, and they are the lifeblood of our state's economy. Our position is founded on the fact that this money should go to roads and bridges, and it should be at a time where our members can afford to pay more. The association is aware that there are other efforts to increase the gas tax, to bring funding to other initiatives such as carbon tax initiatives. Our position is that any increase to the fuel tax must be dedicated to roads and bridges. While we are working hard with others on carbon tax initiatives, we could not support a fuel tax increase to fund carbon tax initiatives. That sums up our main positions on infrastructure funding and highway safety in the Transportation Committee. Now I'll hand it back to Brian, who handles the rest of the committees for MMTA.
Thanks, Tim. Just to close the loop on issues that are important to the trucking industry, the other committees that I cover include taxation for issues specific to trucking and transportation, labor and the ideas committees for issues involving workers' compensation and workforce development, and we anticipate more time being spent in the environment and natural resources committee because the climate and trucking's role in carbon emissions has been identified as one of the issues for us to be proactive in. We did participate and we participated in and supported the work of the Transportation Working Group of the Climate Council, and we've certainly recognize that zero emission vehicles are a hot topic when it comes to carbon reduction strategies. Regardless of the issue, however, we want you to see Tim and I as resources that you can go to when it comes to issues of trucking and transportation in the state of Maine, small business impacts and opportunities in Maine's overall economic prosperity. You can ask any incumbent about us, and anyone that's worked with us in the past will tell you that while we may not always agree on the best way to move Maine forward, we have always been honest, transparent, and always been men of our word. When we tell you that we'll do something, we will do it. And when we give you information, we'll always shoot straight with you. Our members expect it, and our character requires it. Our ethical reputation has made our association successful in the past, and is what will make us successful advocates for the trucking industry well into the future. We look forward to working with you in the 130th Maine Legislature, and we would highly encourage you to reach out to either Tim or myself if you have any questions about our positions about trucking or transportation in the state of Maine. Thank you.